Okay, good evening all and welcome to our today's session. My name is Benson Maina and I will be your lead trainer for today's webinar. With me, I'm joined by John Moron, who is be my moderator, and we're also joined by people like I can see on the chat box, people have already joined. Welcome all, and feel free to use the chat box, engage us as much as possible with questions. And you can also ask questions, give comments, and also help us understand what your business line is. Tell us where you are joining us from, and you can tell us how is your mood today towards today's webinar. Share with us, and you can tell me whether you can see me or you can see my screen well, and also whether you can hear me clearly as we are going to cover today our today's session. So today we are going to look at how we can make Google My Business work for you, and we are going to look at how we can get started and get set up with Google My Business and how we can work with it. So feel free to engage us and make our webinar as interesting as possible, and also feel free to ask any question and to contribute. Our today's webinar will be much more of a practical one and also an engaging one, and I hope it will be a great learning site for us all. So as we're going to learn, we are going to look at three agendas on today's session. We are going to look at how we can discover Google My Business, where we are now going to look at what is Google My Business, how does it work, and what benefits with it. We are also going to look at the second agenda, which is how we can set up our Google My Business platform and how we can work it out to make it work for us. And then finally, we are going to look at how we can create an engaging GMB listing. So today, remember that we are going to handle the topic that most of us have been asking and been wondering how it works for us. And this is the right place to be for that session. So as we are going to discover with Google My Business, and as we are taking our little moment to engage on the chat box, I can see that we have quite a few people who have joined. Mercy Chege, who is our champions today, welcome. You are joining us from Nairobi. How is Nairobi? How is the weather there? I'm also from Nairobi. You can tell us how was your experience with today's traffic, as you know the Nairobi traffic and how we do our daily traffic things. We have Burudani Extra TV joining from Nairobi. Welcome, also, welcome Saramunyi, and also welcome Modu MJ, who is joining us from Gambia. Oh, how is Gambia, Modu? And tell us how is the weather there? How is your mood? And how do you feel today evening? Elijah, welcome. Boniface Moko, you also feel welcomed joining from Nairobi. That is okay. We have Grace Nyawela, Mutave, and also most of the people. We have also NCB India, who is our Saj Vanan from India. Oh, today we have been joined by someone from India. Oh, welcome. And how is India? Saj, tell us how is India? How do you experience India? And welcome to today's webinar. Today I feel so encouraged and also very energized. I hope also you are feeling so energized as me. So today we are going to do something like an exercise. So for example, if you are on a laptop or you are using a desktop, you can pick up your phone and try to search something like search a pizza within your area. You just go to Google search and type something like, for example, pizza near me or something like. You search for a pizza if you assume that you are having a pizza or you want to eat a pizza, and you see how now Google My Business works for you. For example, I can tell you with a very interesting story. Sometimes back, we were outside Nairobi with my friends. We had gone for like a road trip, and we were somewhere in the Rift Valley. And actually, to be specific, we were in Nakuru, and we wanted to have a snack somewhere. We can have a snack like we eat something and then we also drink some one or two for the road, if you know that. So we were there and we were just wondering who, because it's a new place, where do we find the best place that we can work with. And my friends suggested that we just then go to our phone and we search on Google search, because they will try to find a joint that will work for us. And we just type some finding a hangout joint that have food and drinks, and we got the best place to do, and it just came from the first page. So you can see how Google My Business works. So guys, if you can join, you can tell us how you can try and search for anything. You can search for a shoe. You can search for anything from where you are, and you find that you get on the Google search engine. You find now a list of businesses that you can get. So when you start now, we are going to see how that operates and how Google operates with that, and how now that you can get to search for that item and get that item, and also know which part of the item you are going to get. So we are going to, for example, look at the keyword that you might have used when you are searching. You must have used the word like the pizza. So the food you are looking for is the pizza. And you maybe you are looking at the authentic of delivery somewhere because you maybe want to it be delivered to your place. And also you may have used something like near me, where is your locality that will give you the locality of where you want and the nearby joint that you can get. Maybe you can also look have a local outing that you can have used the word like a local, where you could have seen a local joint for that sells pizza, or you can also even specify like you want an Italian pizza or American pizza, and then you would have look like a restaurant. So these are the keywords, and the keywords are very important for every business website, as they drive target web traffic to your business for free. You don't have to pay for the keywords. And the keywords, if I can try to define what is a keyword are actually keyword. Sorry. Yeah, I can keep this. Yeah. Okay, keywords are words that phrases that the internet uses, and your users will type in the search box for a search engine such as Google, and they find the hot website that matches with those words. For example, when you are looking for pizza near me or pizza restaurant near me, those are the keywords. The pizza, the near me, okay, the restaurant or hot dog joint near me. You can use for example, when you're searching something like a fashion, the best fashion shoe near me or the best fashion shoe. So when you are using such words like fashion, the ideal, the trend shoes, but those words are the one we call the keywords. And these keywords helps the search engine now locate the user, the search engine user with you, your site for them to get that item they are looking for. So this use of keyword helps you to get found, and it also helps you to the search engine or Google My Business to locate your site with potential customers. So if, well, for example, you can say that chances are when you search, you typed in pizza delivery near me or pizza within near me, the words that you use, now the words that you use were used by the search engine now to try and match with a website or a site that matches most with most of the words, and that now they were even in that order of the matching. So you can say that when you say that you can find your pizza with the keyword, you can use the keyword. These are the beneficial words that will help you, and they will help the search engine or the search engine user to find you. So with that, now we can look at how you can do with Google My Business the maps. So you find that Google Maps is a web-based service that provides detailed information about the geographical region or location and sites around the world, in addition to conventional road and maps. So you find that most of the time, even when you are trying to look for a direction, when you are trying to look for something like, for example, you are trying to see whether you can reach a certain destination, you want to go somewhere, but you can't find the route and all that. So what you do is you use the Google Maps. We have the Google Maps that helps us navigate. Also, Google Google search, Google Maps helps us to identify a business or a locality. For example, when you are trying to look for a certain service provider or a good provider or a seller somewhere in the Google map, you can be given the points where they are located, and you can follow the point. You can even get a direction, or you can also follow a link that will show you how to up to the print or the shop that you want to find. So in some cities, Google Maps offers these views compromising photographs taken from vehicles, and many of us have used. Of course, I know that most, if you have ordered a Uber from wherever you are, you have ordered maybe you have been dropped a pin by someone who you want to ask you to join them wherever they are, and they just drop a pin, and before that, that means now you have used the Google Map. While some people may not be dependent on Google Map or Google local maps and Google Maps directions, everybody knows what an immersive use it is. So you can get that with a Google Map. You now can know now how it can help you and how the benefits of Google Map. So we have seen that with the Google Maps and also with the Google My Business. If you integrate with the Google Maps, you can get very well. You can get known or noticed very well. And when you search for businesses near you, it comes up with a list of suggestions. And Google suggests places customized with that are customized with your location. Like when you are searching from Nairobi, you can't get a place. You can't get a suggestion from somewhere like Mombasa or Nakuru or even Nigeria or something. It customize with your pin where you are and your IP address where you are. It links you with the Google Map, and now it can suggest you within your locality. So Google Map uses information from your device and the other Google products to display the places that you might like or that you might be searching for in the Google search. So with this in mind, you can see that from the statistics on our screen, 80%, 87% of smartphone owners turns to search first a moment need. Okay, when you need, you first go to your smartphone to search for a location for a place. So you find that 87% of the smartphone owners uses the Google Maps from the phone. So you can see that it will help you when you get located on the Google Map. You can also look at that percent of all mobile users searches all related to locations. So you find that any search in the mobile use, they are related to location and they give you location. And you can see that 60% of those who use Google Maps as a preferred app. You see, 67%, like of all the people who use the phones and everything, we are billions of it, as we had looked earlier in our earlier sessions that we had seen that we were millions and billions of people. Imagine that all these people uses their Google Maps to locate some places or some shops or wherever. So when you are listening to the Google Maps, you can get easily and you get exposed to many people who may be your potential customers. So these are guys, and as we are progressing, you can tell us whether you have ever used a Google Map and whether you have searched direction or used a Google Map to navigate you across the streets or across the cities, and also whether you have used it to search for a business or a shop or somewhere or a shop or a company or something that you wanted to go for, and I will look at that. So guys, if you can see what are the benefits of being on the Google Maps. One thing is that you can say smartphone phone in many cases is a device of choice when searching for products locally, and that we often look at the business. Google Maps lists when you're making a decision. So when you are searching for something, you can see that when you are making a decision, like I want to buy a TV, and where can I get a TV? When you search, you first go Google on that product, and then you see, like for example, this shop is near me, or I can reach this shop, or this shop is convenient from where I'm going to write my matatu and all that. And it provides. So one of the benefits is it marks your location, where it gives you an exclusive online presence that shows where your business is. And it also makes your business discoverable by people. You find that people, you go to the search engine to look for something, and when you are in Google Map, they can be directed to your business. They also give you direction to find you. They are given direction by the Google Maps to find you, where now you can navigate whether you are walking or driving, and they be giving you the way that they can reach you and easier and without much hassles. So you see that the Google Maps helps us uh, get noticed much, and also helps us get to see how we can operate. So if I look at the chat box, we can say, hello, joining us from Nairobi, Grace, welcome. Mutaro Avinya, and also we can see Lady Awero joining from Nairobi, ready to learn more. Thank you, and feel welcome today. I'm from Nairobi, so keep us engaged, and let us make us this presentation more interesting as we progress. So we were at the Google Maps, and we say that these are one of the things that should benefit our businesses. So when you are conducting a nearby search using maps, you discover nearby shops wherever you are. For example, you can also find local businesses. When you are searching, you can find the local business also near you as a business or as a customer who want to buy. And it also helps you save places. you find that you might visit somewhere, and then the Google Map will ask you, or from your device, how you give review or give how was that place, and you can save that place that you can remember it without much hassle. So with that, I can ask search how do you search and choose a business near you in the Google Map. So if you look at, if you can see that, how do you make it to help you the Google Map to help you search for that business that you are looking for? What makes a listing stand out? If we ask as we are continuing, how to make a business listing stand out? First of all, you are looking at how we can make a listing stand up. So one of the things is there are a number of factors which affect whether we choose if a business is trustworthy or worth visiting. If when you are searching for a business, you're able to know whether the business is worth it, or you can conduct business with these people, or you have some reservation against them. And one of these is the images they use. You can see what they are looking at looks like, and you can see their images, how their shop looks like, what the products they are selling, where they relate to the customers, do the images. You can also look at something that you call the reviews. As you can see from your screens, there's the reviews that customer leave. Remember that even when you are searching for a product, most of the time you look for the reviews and the comments from other users who have used it, now to make a decision whether to proceed with it or not. You also look at the address. Is it the place that actually exists? Do you do a virtual or a ghost business, or can you be located in a geographical location? And they also look at the your contact. How can they contact you in case they need you, the deliveries, or they need you to get more information about the products or to make a reservation? And another one important thing that you should put on a business to make it outstanding is a website link, and also business hours. When do you open and when do you close? And this will gives you a time now to know that a customer can know that if I can go at this moment, I will find you, and if you can get at this moment, you will not find you. So ultimately, being visible on Google Maps also creates a more complete listing and profile for your business on Google overall. In fact, you find that more than 29% of customers are more likely to consider purchasing from a business with more detailed profile. If you are listing, if you are likely to consider a repeatability, you are likely to consider how to the location and also the purchases. You will be look at the details that you offer on your site, and the customer now can make a decision on whether to contact you or to go to the next business. So if you make your listing stand out, it helps you gain more customers and have a competitive advantage from your competitors. So at this, we can see that what is Google My Business as you are approaching. So we can see that Google My Business is a free and easy to use tool for businesses and organizations, and mostly it helps you manage your online presence across Google, including the searches and the maps. So the Google My Business helps you can help you get found when people are visiting the search engines and also the maps. The features include adding your business name, the location where you are located, the hours that you operate, and also you are able to monitor and reply to customers' reviews, comments, and feedbacks. And you are able also to add photos to your site where people now can see clearly what you are doing, or your location, or how the shop looks like, and the products you are dealing with. And it helps you learn where and how people are searching for you, and more many of the benefits from Google My Business. If you have a verified that you edit your business information, you can both help the customer find your business and tell them your story. You are able now to tell them, like, to narrate you what you really do and what is it that you offer to them, and also tell them more about yourself. So from the statistic, we see that 33% of people, as we had looked earlier, look for business hours. You find that when you are searching for something, for example, even as I would like to buy something, I would like to know if this shop is at town and I'm located somewhere in the outskirts of the CBD. How do we, when I reach there, will I be able to find them? When do they open the shop and when do they close? You look at that's 2% of the people also looks for the location. Where specifically are you located? And you find that more than 27% of people looks for the review. You find that people will also go for the review How are the other customers who have engaged with you? Talk about yourself. Remember that we had said earlier that word of mouth is one of the most beneficial, the most lucrative way of marketing your brand. And this is like the word of mouth. The reviews are now act like the word of mouth. There are people now will tell you the others how you do and how is your business and how can they get you. What is the experience dealing with you? So you find that they will attract more customers when your reviews are better and when they are more, and they will create this confidence with the customers. So how do you do this? So share the rest about the business. So we are going to look at how you can make the best. We have looked at how you can make the best out of your business, and this now you can show how you can share the latest content with your business. With Google My Business, you find that with Google My Business Marketing Kit, you can share the latest updates and highlights about your business. You can tell them about how you do, how you operate, and what is the new in the market, what are you bringing in as a new, what is the newest promotion that you are going to offer to the customers, what is the latest trend with your fashion, for example, if you're doing the fashion things, what is the latest news from your ad. It also helps you to help customers to say this Google My Business helps the customer now to stay added, to get informed, to stay in touch with your business, and they can also help them to feel connected and to feel involved in the business because they will get notified with everything. They will be updated, and you can also be able to create customized posters, social posts, and more from the reviews that you receive from the Google My Business. And this helps you to remain relevant in your as your business as you move business wise. So this is how you can do, and this is how we are now. You can now know that you can stay competitive with Google My Business, and the way to stay competitive with Google My Business is when you are doing this, you can, for example, make informed marketing decisions where you are now looking at the customer feedback and the reviews and know that this what is working for you, what is not working for you, what trend should you go on, which products should you add on, and which products should you improve on. So you help now to make an informed decision from the insight of the customer, and you can customize your information and your shop in a way that the customer will prefer, and remember, and the customers will prefer it to be at the way they want it to be. So sorry guys, we had a technical hitch, and I'm happy that my moderator had highlighted that, and you can now inform me whether you are up, and we shall be up in 5 minutes. You can tell us whether you can now reach me well and whether you can see me clearly. Please let me know in the chat box, and we'll make these more successful. So you are looking at how you can stay competitive, and now you can also look at the other way you can be more competitive is you are able to learn from the successful and the mistakes of the others. This is when you are now in the using the Google My Business. You can see your customer competitors, how they are doing and how they are failing, where they are failing from, where they are doing the best, and you can learn from them, and you can now know how you can copy the things that you can copy from them and the things that you can emulate. Sorry, don't copy, you emulate, and the things that now you can also avoid doing to make you more successful. You are also able to understand what services to offer the customers. As the customers, when you are reading with the customers, you know that which services are more attractive to the customers. What are the customer services that you should do to them to make them feel welcomed and also to come back again and to retain them as your customers. You are able also to identify how to stand out from the crowd. You can now get your uniqueness from using Google My Business, and now you can tap on that uniqueness to stay relevant and to stay at a competitive advantage on the market. You are also able to discover industrial trends, and also customers' preferences. Remember that we are living in a very dynamic world, and things change, market trends change, the customer taste and preferences also change. And with Google My Business, now you are able to learn the trends, and you were able now to discover industry trends, customer preferences, and you worked on them as you progress. So, guys, now we have seen now how you have understood the Google My Business and how it works for us. Now we are going now to post for a question or a comment, and you can use the chat box to ask any question. Engage us on the chat box. Tell us, ask any question that you may be having about the understanding of the Google My Business. Tell us, you can also comment or give an add-on, and we are going to respond to that as we progress. So I can see that we have Kate who raised live 3 kids. Thank you, Kate. We have welcome all. We will answer. Okay, we have another. Today we are blessed with more than one moderator, and we have Joseph Aruk who will also be assisting on the moderation. Thank you, Aruk, and welcome. And when we are a bigger team, we are making this more interesting, and we are also making it more lively as we progress. So feel free to ask any question, and I will be able to answer them together with my moderators, who are very more than happy to answer you and keep you engaged in the chat box. And we will progress as we continue with that today's session. So now that we have no question as we progress, we are going now to look at how we can get started with Google My Business. This is how we are going now to look at the steps of creating a Google My Business and how we can make it operational, and how we now will be able to make it operational in such a way that the steps that we are going to take to get started and to start using Google My Business to grow our brand. So we have the 4 steps that you have in creating Google My Business. The first step is usually you create your Google My Business, and we are going to look at it every step as we progress. How do you create your Google My Business? How do you verify your business? That is the second step. And then you are going to look at how you complete your profile, and how you complete your profile on the Google My Business profile. And then lastly, how you populate your listing to make it more attractive. So on the first step, that is creating the Google My Business. A Google My Business listing automatically synchronizes with Google Maps. So you don't have to worry about now that you are going now to use Google My Business. How are you going to set up the Google Maps and all that? It automatically synchronizes with Google Maps. So the critical things to remember when creating your Google Map listing is that particular attention should be paid to optimize your listing and ensure the core business information is up to date, and by including images, posts, and also post blogs. You can also include some short videos you have, and etc., which will make now the discussions and help you now connect with your potential customers. So the first step of creating your business profile, you create your business profile is if you have not already, you have never signed up with a Google My Business account. You can do this by really easily visiting business.google.com and create my moderator. Will be sharing that link with you. That is business.google.com/create, or by downloading a Google My Business app. If you're using a mobile phone, you can download the Google My Business app from the Play Store. And now, if you have already signed up, you simply now log into your Google My Business account and follow the instructions that claim your free business profile on Google. Remember, we are creating a free profile. You don't have to pay for anything. And this profile is completely free, and it enables your business to appear in local searches and on Google Maps. To complete your profile, you need to provide some information, such as your location or the address, the physical address where you are located at. You need to provide the category of your business. So when you are creating your site, you need to put all these details: the location, the category of the business, what type of business are you doing, your website or the link to your website if you have a website, and then the phone number or the contact, how they can reach you, the phone numbers that the customers can reach you with, the opening hours and the closing hours. So when we call the hours of operation, and on which days, maybe Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, or Monday to Saturday 8 to 6, or you're open 24 hours. And you can also give a description of the business activities, a short description of what is your business, telling people what your business deals in. The information provided will appear in Google search results, and either when the user makes a search using keywords, the keywords that might match with your business, or when people are searching for your business specifically. For example, if the people will go to search for Ben's fashion shoes, now they can find me when I have given those details. And or when someone is want to just search for trendy fashion shoes near me, now I can be able to discover when I have populated my site. Bear in mind that a listing of your business will already appear in Google Maps if someone has left a review of you previously. And in this case, you need to verify that you own the business before you can claim that review and date accordingly. So let's look at the steps that involved in the Google creating the Google setting up the account. And we have looked at, now you have created the account. Now what next comes to it? And now the next step usually is giving the name and the category of your business. So when you're giving the name and the category, make sure it's an unique name to your business. It's unique to your business if you are planning to choosing one. And if you have one, you make sure that the name is also unique and there's nobody else that have such a name. You can also look at the category. Make sure you notify the category. For example, if you are someone who is a hairdresser, or you are an agribusiness, you are a machinery or a tools shop. If you, for example, you are a healthy service provider, you make sure you give the category, the correct category that matches with your business, that will help now people remain relevant in the searches. And then this so that you can connect with the customer who are more likely to visit your business. Remember, when you put a long category, you may be finding that the people who are getting notified about your business, they are the irrelevant one, or that may be not needing that business, what you are offering to them. So to be relevant, you have to provide the correct and the right category that your business operates in. We also now look at how you can help your customer find or contact you. This is where now you are supposed to provide the contact information, or to give the addresses, how they can contact you. The first thing is you give your location. Although location is optional, it is useful that you give the location or your location, so that now people now can be able to visit you, and they cannot just go through a very long hassle to locate where you are. Then, even though the customers may not be able to visit you at that moment, remember that as they progress, they might in the future want to now visit you, even if you are offering the delivery or free delivery or delivery services to you, the potential customer, or to the customers. Remember, at one point, they may like to come and visit you and do shopping that includes more than one item that they may be required to first have a review of it. Then you have to give them the contact. How can they reach you? How can they call you via the phone? Can they email you? Can they message you or WhatsApp you? So you have to give them the contact. That is your personal or the business number that they can reach you at their business hours. So this will make you now get in touch and make the customer reach you. Then after that, we look at the second step. We look at the second step, that is choosing a way to verify your business. So you make sure the business information is accurate, and that only you, the business owner or manager, has access to verifying to your business. So you make sure that nobody else can access, because if it's not secure, the business account is not secure, aliens or people can just come up and mess with your business. So make sure that it's only you or your manager has access to it by verifying your business. And this is how you verify your business. If you get have difficulties or you are verifying your business, you can just go to ask for assistance, where you can go to gmb.africa108.com, and you request for a callback. My moderator will be offering that link, where they will assist you in helping you in verifying whether your business, and also help you in the technical terms of verifying the business if you may be finding it difficult for you. So I can see from the chat box that we are Rea Ochola is joining us from Nairobi. Welcome, Rea Ochola. You are not late, and we are on the rubber is already hitting the road, and we now learning a lot about how we can create our GMB listing. Choose verify data the access. So when you now verify your business, what next do you do? Now you are able now to reach out and get verified. So there's this one I have offered you the Africa Coordinator. They can help you verify if you are also are not able to verify your house, and you can reach them by requesting a call. They will call you and they will help you verify your business. Now after that, you make sure that you have verified your business. What next do you do? Now you go to the third step. You're ensuring your profile is complete. Now you have created your profile and you have verified it. Now it's okay. You are the owner. What do you do? Now you ensure your profile is complete. And by this you do is in order to get the most out of your listing, you should make sure that you have entered the details that I had told you, the important details that I have told you that include the address, the opening hours, the contact details, the visual context. So by the visual context, you are looking at the logos, the photo, the cover photo. You also look at the profile photos, and also there are some promotional images and videos. You can also populate it with a visual, something visual that will attract the customer. Remember that people like more visual things more than the just plain text, and with visual they attract you and they can just get to visit you more than when you are using just a plain text. Then remember, the need to do is that remember that a complete Google My Business listing is very important. As you can see on your screens, you can see that we have uh, 2.7 more and more people million. You have 2.7 more times to likely to be considered as reputable when you are using. You have completed your Google My Business profile through giving all the details that you have looked above. Yeah, you can also know that 70%, you are more 70% likely to attract local visits. When you are given your address, for example, you have given your local address, you are increasing the chances of people now coming to your shop at any time by 70%, and you also increasing more chances by 50% to have a purchase, to get a purchase either through online or through the physical visits from the customers when you are having a very complete Google My Business listing. So it is very important to make sure that you are it's complete so that now you can attract and you can benefit more from that. So then you have to do the final stage. After now you have completed your profile, how do you do now? You have to populate your listing. So we are going to look at the ways you can optimize your listing in a moment. But I want to take a minute now to tell how important it is for you to populate your Google Maps listing and keeping information for your customers and making it up to date and accurate. So when you're making that, you having a listing or you are listing, make sure it's up to date and is you treat it like is a social media platform where you post everything on Facebook, on Twitter. You can also be updating on the Google My Business, where now you are giving the recent offers, the new products that you are offering, everything like make it so up to date and more accurate for people to help you. So this is how you can do it. If your products opening hours and location changes, you can update them, and you also keep them updated on the Google My Business so that now people can get the correct information from you. When adding photos, you can post your photos and offer some of the posts or posters like the adverts posters and also offers that you are listing as for the information to stay fresh and relevant. You can also update your opening hours maybe when you are changing your opening hour. For example, when we have the hours that are now conducted with the coronavirus pandemic that we experience, you may find that we have something like the curfew hours in Kenya. You remember that we have curfew hours and they keep changing. So, for example, you find that the curfew hours have been moved up by to maybe, for example, Nimekuwa nikiperform kitu haiko. Umekuwa ukiniona? So hello guys, tell me whether you can see me, and sorry for the technical hit. We had a blackout mom, but now the backup generator is on. Tell me whether you can see me, and you can clearly see me. It will be much better. Umenipata? So tell me whether you can see me and you can clearly see me. I just got approached by Dhaka. Don't worry, this is Africa and Africa for us. So thank you. Let's continue. If you can see me clearly, we are looking at how you can populate your listing. And this can be through you add the photos, you update your opening hours, and also keep content fresh where you are updating anything that changes. You are able to update it on the real time without much hassle. Then we are going to look at how you can add the photos. So images have been ever more important in online presence and marketing, as I have noticed. Google My Business has several visual features that are available when you are verifying your listing. You can upload images of your business to your profile, attach images to post, and also you can upload videos and also attach videos to your posters to your post. You also have need to come up with a logo. So the logo helps the customers recognize your brand and know what you are operating on and what is your brand. Remember the first session, sometimes back, we looked at how you can create your brand. So the logo helps now people to recognize the brand. The cover photos, you have to come up with a cover photo or a photo that best represents your business and what you operate on. You also have now to come with an addition of photos, so maybe for the products, for the location, maybe the outside feature, the inside of the shop, how you operate and all that. They give more details to you. But you want to add as much information to your listing as possible. It is important to ensure that the information is up to date. You have to come up with the relevant photos, the photos that will be more relevant to your business. This means that when you are checking your address, website links, and images on your listing, think of the terms to use and the user's journey, and also how you are going to best describe that, and just not putting the photos out of nowhere without much explanations. Then you have to update your hours. When you're updating your hours, you explain we have looked at the importance of keeping your opening hours updated and also the closing hours. For example, when we are having the COVID-19, we found that businesses were like changing from time to time, changing their opening hours, their closing hours, regarding with how the business was the COVID-19 was taking the country through. So we find that you make sure that every time you are updating, you have to update your hours, and so that people may not come to find you closed, or they may not assume that you are closed and you are open. You also to make sure customers are aware of their business hours, or when you are closing, the temporary closing, whether you are open on the public holidays, whether you are closing to honor this so and so this public holiday or this religious function. So you make sure that you are updating to them and you are keeping them up to date with the opening hours. This will make you them know that when to find you, and they might get them convinced and also convenienced without losing their interest. So, and then you have to keep your content fresh, as we had said. You have now updated your opening hours. You have also used attributes to highlight the service options. Then to highlight these, you can do this for both online and physical stores, where Google has released updates for retail and food stores to inform customers for services attributes. You can relay on information about takeaways, eating, and delivery options, for example, that you have now started to operate in your business. They have also been able to in online updates to discover in-home education or professional services such as tutoring, how you can be tutoring, or you can also be doing some things like unboxing this and this item. You cannot do all those information to help them keep relevant information about them. You can also add a post to your profile. So remember that these posts help them to give more information about your business, and also you can help now to give them updated information. So to set up online service attribute and add a link, you are able now to get a way that you can get more relevant to the customer. You can also now turn on messaging where people can message you from their Google list. When they find you, you can just click a button and they ask you. You have also some sets of the FAQs, that is frequently asked questions, and when they just look at the frequently asked question about your products, they can get the real answers without necessarily coming or texting you, or you can also give them an option of messaging you, where now they will just request for a message or request for as a contact, and you will be able to reach them in real time. You can also edit your business description anytime you want. You can edit the description if the description changes, or you may find that the earlier one was maybe past time or it is outdated. You can do that. You can also give hour of services disclaimers. You can utilize the Google Trends, and also you can highlight temporary closures. Where I was saying, for example, with the COVID-19, you can say due to the COVID-19, we will remain closed up to this time, or you can say that to honor so and so function or a religious function or public holiday, we will remain closed for this. So you have to inform them about those temporary closures, and this will make them feel that you really putting them or you're really minding them, and you are not just going about your business without minding their interests. You can now, after that, you now can create your website from your business. So websites are so important for the very key reasons. The first one is the impression. People like to read reviews about businesses and scope them out before visiting. And having a website, it allows you to showcase your business and brand to customers before they visit you. And it also enables them to make a judgment about your business. Does this business really, like, is this business able to perform all the services that I want, or are these able to provide the amount of the quantity that I want? They may be requiring a huge quantity. However, the site should also provide as a positive first impression as possible. You find even if you are going to put in corporate reviews, you remember that the first impression matters, and you have now to come up with a more attractive and a better first impression as on the first scale. Remember, the first impression is that one that drives more sales to you. Then you can also another benefit for website is that it helps people don't window shop like they used to do. They can window shop for you the products that you are dealing with on the website. Remember that on the earlier days, people would visit, just come, go around the shop, and then they do all the window shopping. These days now, with the new era of the internet, people just go to the website, they window shop for the goods that they may not even be requiring at that moment. But when they have known now, you have this offer, you have this promotion, you have this maybe sales for mega sale that is going on with your business. And with the window shopping, remember, it also brings more sales to you. And not having a website can make you lose revenue, because remember, when people are searching online and they are looking for products online, a website will help them now learn about the products you are doing. So when you don't showcase your business on the website, you may lose these customers, and you may lose the touch with the customers that may be bringing more value to you, and they may help you do make more sales. I can look at the chat box. I can see someone is saying, let me see who is saying that they can't see it's possible to add video short clips about my business, or is it only photos? Yeah, you can add the videos and short clips on the my business, and these are easy. Remember that you can integrate them in your posts and also put them in your profile when they open out your site. And when you have incorporated radio, when you have incorporated your website with your your website with the Google My Business profile, they can be able now to access more of these videos on your website and more of the explanations on the website. Yes, thank you for the question, Lydia. The people kindly feel free to keep engaging us with questions as we progress and we learn more. So, how do you get started? How do you create a website? Remember that we have looked at the benefits of the website. So when if you don't have a website, you can create a free website, and this can be just when you open your Google My Business site. Now you can go as indicated on the screen. You can just go tap there on a click website, and you can get started. You can follow the steps that you offer you. You can also get even templates that you can help you create a very easy website without necessarily looking for coding and all that. And it will be a very easy process to create a website that can help you market your products. So how do you if you now if you have linked your website or you have created a website with Google My Business and you have created a listing of the Google My Business, how do you help you manage your listings? How do you use the Google My Business application to manage your listing? So you can manage your listing by using as you can see on the screens, you can manage your business by managing your business file on Google. When you're having you cannot be able to be visiting or going through every day's process with carrying your laptop or your desktop. So with the app now, it helps you access your Google My Business listing, and now you can manage your business profile on Google at the comfort of your phone. You can also attract more customers by sharing offers at events or back on your phone without necessarily having to be stuck on the computer. You can just go there, come up with an offer, find an offer, and you update it on the app, and people can now be able to get to know about your products, and you attract more customers. You can also get to engage with the customers on one-on-one. They are chatting, reading their feedback, answering their queries, and all that, contacting them. So you are able now to engage them and giving them a personalized relationship where to make them comfortable and they like to come back more and more. You can also make your business profile stand out with photos. Remember, you can be able to share photos about your product and what you're offering, and you can also learn how customers find you. Remember, you can look at the analytics and the insights and you know that how people are finding you and from which sites they are finding you from and on what time. So you are able now to track how they are finding you on Google My Business, and you are able now to get a know-how of how these customers can find you. So you can see that the use of the application is a better and easier way because it is a simplified way that you can be using on the phone without necessarily having to go for the Google My Business online search through the desktops or the internet. And these application can be found on both the Android and for the Android phones, and they're also in the iOS for iPhone users, and they will be able to use it at the comfort of their home. So far so good, and I'm going to pose questions as I look for further or more questions that the people have asked here. I can see that any question to register. Yes, I can see someone is. It's raining here in Kenya. Does it rain here there too? Or someone was asking, Luke was asking, it's raining. Yeah, you can see that the rain here in Kenya are the ones that are causing the power breakages, but we are good. We have backups and that's good. So I can see Nim Kebwe asking to register onto Google My Business. Is it a must you have to use Google Mails services or an independent account can work along? So let me check that question. So yes, to use Google My Business, you remember that you don't have to use the Gmail account because you may have a Gmail. But when you are registering, when you are going to the process of registering, you are asked about your email. So you are going to put the business email that you use, the business mail that you use, and that will help you the email that will be the one to create now, you'll be able to create with it because this is your business and it is the one that you are going to put it on the sorry you are going to put it on the site or the site or the Google My Business site. So as we progress, let's look at how we can create the engage on Google My Business listing, how we can create an engaging Google My Business listing. So now we have come up with a Google My Business, we have known what it is, and we have gone to the second agenda of coming up with a Google My Business listing. Now we are going to look at how you can make it more engaging. And how do you engage people? How do you make it more interesting that people will be able to visit and not just click and then leave, and make it more interesting and more attractive to customers. So to make your listing stand out from others, this you can now do it by adding photography. Remember, we have said that when you are creating a Google My Business, consider using the images, because images and visual images and the visuals are more able to attract people than the plain text. You can also create engaging posts and blogs that you keep people engaged. You can engage with your customers where you are engaging one-on-one by responding to your feedback, their reviews, and all that. You can also leverage the insights. You can use the insights to help you engage with people. So we are going to look at each and everyone at each at a time, and we are going to start with how you can add an engaging photo. So business listing with photos gets 40% more requests for directions. In addition, I can give you a fact that 39% of customers say they will stop engaging with a site if an images don't appear. Remember, even when you are opening a site and you just see it's just plain text, there's no images. This one is so monotonous that most of the people, they will just now not even pass the first paragraph. They just leave the site and they just ignore the site and go to another site that is more attractive to them. And if that wasn't enough, a whopping 90% of people says that they are more likely to visit a business with photos and Google results page. So you find that the more the photos that you are getting to attract the people, because we are human beings and human are visual creatures, we get attracted to visuals more than the text. So what are the tips that you can use to make to have a creative photos? So first of all, you have, when you are adding or coming up with a photo that you want to add on your site, you have to consider the lighting. Make sure your image is well lit and the subject matter is clear, visible, and not covered by shadows or darkness. Make your image more visible, and thanks to this, because we have now more improved cameras on the phones that give them more clear and lightened photos. You can also look at the focus. When taking the photo, try to avoid blur the shot. You can also, it's easier to do nowadays as most smartphone and digital cameras are out of focus. You are able now to make sure that you focus the photo and it gives the details. The more focused the photo seems, the better attracting it they have to the customers. And then after you have now taken a photo that have a good lighting and is focused, remember that there is an important detail of editing. I'm sure you are aware of the filtering and the editing softwares available in the smartphones, and also with other softwares like the Photoshop and all that, where you can brighten the images, change colors, and add or change shapes within the images. There's also those you can also maybe remove the background to make sure that now the photo is just by itself. You can add the background, and these softwares are designed in a way that there are those that you can work with them on the computer, and there are others that will help you work even at the comfort of your phone. The editing helps you now give the image that add plus or that plus image, that A plus cycle of the image that you now be high quality picture. And then you have to consider the framing. The framing of the photo is related to a few areas. First, consider what can be seen in your photo. What is the background? Is there any interference with the image? You should consider, like, is there anything in front of the subject matter that shouldn't be there? What is the focus of the image that is clear? Is it clearly visible? If you are in the picture, what are you wearing? Is the framing, what are you wearing? Everything you wear display or say, we have to send a message. You can't take a photo of your products or something like you are offering a services. For example, you are going to take a photo of you dealing with a client or helping. For example, you say that you're on a service industry and you are a doctor, for example, and now you are taking a photo when you are wearing or you are on your slippers or you are on a shirt or something. You will find that that photo may communicate everything, every detail on that photo. They communicate something to the viewers, and the more you communicate, the more you give. This gives you the plus or the advantage the photos give. So make sure you consider all that. If you are in the picture, okay, if everything you wear display in this message, it adds up to your story. Remember that it's not just a photo, but the photo is a story. It's something. It's a means of communication about your business. Then what do you use for the photos? What type of photos do you use for your business listing? So with those top tips in mind, let's look at some of these photos. For example, your photo you can use a photo that explains what exterior, interior, and also the photo at work are. You can take, maybe for example, if you are in the business listing, you can take the exterior of the shop you are using. For example, Anna, you display the shop, the entrance, and all that. You can also have a photo that gives the interior image of the stocks. Maybe, for example, the shelf, how you have packed your goods, your tools, and everything, or how you have packed your shelves with the products that you offer to people. And then you can also give a visual tour. The images should give you a visual tour that gives the viewers like an inside quite a picture of what the business is really about, and it will help you attract. Like they can now know that you are more stocked, or you are able to provide materials that you can give to these services, that you have the tools that are able to give these services, and that services are better than your competitors. So you have to consider all the exterior, the interior, and also visual tours and street view. You can also give a street view. For example, this will help them know, like recognize your shop when they are looking for your shop. Remember, when you are giving a street view, someone will be like, I think I have seen this street on the photos. And when they see now the photos, the shop where you are located physically, they'll be like, now I have seen this shop and this is the shop it is. So they help you create a connection to the customer well. So then after this, after you have come up with a good photo, you have to create an engaging post. So the engaging post should include three things. They should include a title, especially if you are posting about an event where you describe the event in 4 to 5 words. So it stands out as the customer. It is the front of mind and easy understood. Imagine when you're looking at a title, when you are reading information with a title, it gives you the highlight of what you are going to see in the inside of the message, the post. Then you have to provide a call to action, please. So a call to action motivates the customer to do as they are instructed. For example, you can create a link where you can tell them click here, and when they click now, you'll be diverted to your website. You can also have a message, send a message or call this number, and they can click the call you call. So with this, you can also create a call to action button like a book now. Add to cart. If you are on the site like add to cart, where now they click the add to cart, or you can now buy now. You see those things, or call today, visit us. So when you're giving those call to action prompts, they will help you the attract, and most of the time people will get attracted to that call of action, and they're able now to engage with you. Then you can use photos and videos to take high resolution photos and videos that will give more and keep the customers engaged and feel at the place. Then you have to have a clear description. Remember, you told that you are going to give a short, clear description about what you're offering and the information about a product also, that will help now customer be aware of the things that you are dealing with. And also you have to ensure that your post is accurate. Even you remember, you have a room for errors, and you can correct your error or edit your post anytime you want. So make sure that it's accurate, and if something changes, make sure you update it on your post so that people now can get the accurate information. Don't give them information that is outdated or something that is erroneous. Make sure it's accurate, and you can do this by reading and going through the post before you post it, so that now you can get them. You can minimize the interaction where a customer will come and they will be like arguing, like, you told me this, but I can see here, I saw in the post this about this, but now you're telling this, and this will now bring a more bad reviews to your business or much bad feedback to you. Then you have to engage with your customers. So how do you engage with your customers? So you can engage your customers by giving them testimonials about your activities. You can also engage them by answering their feedback, their queries, what they want to do. You can improve the visibility of your business by Google rankings when you are engaging your customers, and you can also help them know that you have really interacted, you have really existed, and there are some people that have interacted with you and they have benefited or are happy with your services. So these are, you can make sure you engage your customer. So remember that how can you encourage the customers to leave review? When you are engaging the customer, the way you are engaging them, how you are giving them the customer service you are giving them, you are building a relationship. And this relationship now you make them give a good review about your business. And remember, when you are giving a good review, the more good reviews you have, the more attractive you become to potential customers. So make sure that the engagement with the customer, how you deal with them, how you serve them, and how you create relations with them, it's not just a code or a formal relationship, but it can go to a relationship that they will help you now interact. They can now feel a part of your business, and they will be able now to market you through reviews and all through the word of mouth. And this will be a plus to your business. Now, what could you do to encourage the customer review? And I can ask you this. We have looked at that, and this can be through make you the better services, and when you give them better service and you make them happy, or you make a customer happy, you don't even have to request twice for a review. You can even request them happily to leave a review about your business there, and these reviews will help you promote your business, as I have said. So you can also leverage. So we have looked at the reviews and all that. And now, how do you use the insight, and how do you are you able to use the insights, the data that you can collect? Remember, we say that with GMB you can get data and the insights that will help you give more service and improve your services. So we have insight tools that you can use to promote or to get to you to help you in coming up with ideas. And to see the site, simply visit it. You are given out any the insights, the details of every post, the images, how they have attracted you, the traffic about that, and the insights too shows how people found your business listing on the web. They also show how they use the search and the maps to find your listing, and what they do once they find you. And the insight can ultimately help you to understand how your audience behaves. You are able now to see how your audience behaves. You are also able to adapt to their needs and their changes on preferences. And you are able now to reach new customers when you work on this. You leverage on these insights from when you leverage on these insights, you are able now to know what to do and where to work on, and where to improve and where to stop working on, according to the preferences and the change of the market. So when you are using the insights, they help you now to stay in line and connected with your customers as the trends, the market trends that are going on. So what do you learn from insights? You learn how the customers found your listing, as I have said. You also learn how they did once they found you, or they visit you? Did they search further? Did they engage you? Where did they came from? The location where they came from, or the site that they came from. When people engage most, or at what time of the day, at what time of the period or the month or so, and how you engage, your engagement compares to the similar listings. So the insight also helps you learn how your engagement compares to other listings on the Google My Business, and now you can improve from there or work on that where it or to become more advantageous or more have a more competitive advantage from your customers. So with this, now guys, I'm going to pause for a question, and let me check whether I have a question here. Yeah, just we have answered. Well noted. Thank you. So, guys, if you have a question, feel free to post it on the chat box, and we'll be able now to answer them as we proceed. And know much about these products. And remember that as we are moving on, these are just a 1 hour session that we have had, and it was engaging, and you can learn more from there. You can learn more from the Google. And if you want to learn more about these products and also more about the digital marketing as a large, you can visit our site, that is learndigitalwithgoogle.com, where now you can sign up and get access to more materials from Google that will help you get more updated with the digital marketing. And my moderator will be sharing that with you. And also, you can also be able to follow us on the social media platform. You can follow us on Facebook. That is the Facebook. You can find that as Digital Skills for Africa. You can find us on Twitter. You can chat us on Twitter at Digital Skills AF, and also on Instagram at Digital Skills AF. Also, my moderator will be sharing all those links. Where you can reach us from the chat box. Remember also, guys, to leave your feedback about today's session on where we can improve and where we should put our socks, and also where we have done better on a feedback form that my moderator have shared with you. On the chat box. Let me check whether you are updated. Yes, you can know that. You will also be able now to give us a feedback on how the session was and how we have interacted with you. You can also be able now to make sure that also you hit the subscribe button to get notified for the further or the more sessions that we'll be having on our sites. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and you get notified anytime that we are online, and you can get now the chance to join us and learn more. Also, remember to sign up for your certificates, the participation certificates. Sign up on your certificates. My moderator will be sharing the certificate form where you get the certificate 2 weeks from now after we prepare the certificate, attendance certificate, and that. So if there's no further question, I think now I have come to the end of today's webinar. I've been your lead trainer, Benson Miner, and with me I have been joined by my two able moderators, that was John Mulong and Joseph Aruku, who have engaged you on chat box. Thank you guys, and I'm very grateful for the session. I have made it more interesting on our side, and we are happy for that. Thank you for your time, and have a nice evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and make sure keep safe. Let's together fight this COVID-19 pandemic. You remember to wash hard, sanitize when you are able to, and also you can also keep distance. And if you don't have much of a need, you can stay at home. And also make sure that you wear your mask wherever you are, and together we'll be able to overcome this pandemic. So thank you guys, and have a nice evening. Goodbye.